Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Lynn, Global Head of Data Science and Insight for Bloomberg Media. The need to upskill and reskill the workforce has never been more urgent than it is today. But why? And what should we be thinking about as we plan for 2022? I'm so excited to be joined today by Joe Atkinson, Vice Chair, Chief Products and Technology Officer for PwC, to talk about how to future-proof your business with employee upskilling and bridge the digital divide. Thanks for joining me today, Joe. Let's start with hearing a little bit more about your role at PwC.
Sure, Michelle. I serve as the Vice Chair and Chief Products and Technology Officer for PwC. And in that role, I have responsibility for all of the technology agenda and talent that we have in the firm that's really focused on how do we take advantage of technology to deliver better services and value to our clients, and also what technology can we provide and offer to our clients that can help them achieve their business objectives. So from that perspective, it's a very, very exciting role. I've been with the firm over 28 years, and the opportunity that this role has created has been one of the best opportunities I've had over my career to really have an impact not only on our firm, but on the agendas that our clients are navigating through as well.
Thanks for that, Joe. Now, we know employees are a company's greatest asset, but why is it vital for businesses to invest in their future by upskilling opportunities right now?
Michelle, one of the things that we've seen is a reality in the marketplace that there's simply not enough talent to fill all the technology-related opportunities that companies have today. So we know there's a practical problem. There's a market constraint in terms of the availability of technology talent. So as that market constraint continues to persist, companies are turning to the internal talent that they have and bringing them along that upskilling journey. But the second piece to me is even more important, and that is what obligation an employer has to lift people up and to help them build the kinds of capabilities and skills that they need to really be impactful in this tech-powered future. So when you look at this environment, the reality is that employees are going to have to bridge that divide, and employers are going to have to help them bridge that divide. Obviously, both parties have to get together on that. It's not just the employees or just the employers. But the reality is if an employer is going to be, I think, a good employer of choice, there's a degree of obligation employers have to help their teams learn the capabilities and skills and apply those skills in a way that's going to build the opportunity for those individuals to continue to grow their careers. And on the flip side, if we don't do that with our employees, the reality is, given the pace of change, the technology innovation that's happening, the reality is that the relevance of those employees who do not climb the upskilling curve, that relevance is going to drop and drop over time, which is just going to constrain their opportunity for growth and for employment in the future.
I hear your point on employer obligation, but we also know managers and business leaders are challenged with proving how certain investments and initiatives build the business. What is your approach to measuring the success of digitally enabled employees?
I think the best measurements are the business measurements that organizations are looking to anyway. If organizations are going to make investments in digital transformation, they're going to make investments in employee upskilling. The reality is those investments should provide return to the stakeholders of the organization just like any other investment should. Upskilling and talent investments are business investments, and technology investments are business investments. So the ROI should be the ROI that the organization's tracking, whether that's revenue growth or whether it's cost reductions and displacement, whether it's also the opportunity that they may have to retain more employees and provide greater stickiness of their employee base, which in the current great resignation environment is a huge return to organizations that are struggling to hold on to great talent. So from my perspective, there shouldn't be a set of transformation measures. There may be some that you need to track progress on an incremental basis. The reality is the outcomes of your transformation, including your employee upskilling, should be better business results, and those are defined by organizations every day.
That gives our audience some insight and great food for thought as they build their plans for 2022 and beyond. What else would you say to businesses that are looking to digitally transform in this moment?
One of the things we've seen over the years is there's some companies, I think, that expect transformation to happen over multi-years, and there's a little bit of a big bang theory that we're going to build and build and build and build up, and then we're going to throw a switch, and then there's a transformation in place. One of the things that we've learned, many of our clients have experienced as well, is that actually transformation happens along pathways and journeys and increments, and it's important to keep a goal and an objective of where you're headed. But there's a lot of benefit and change that can be made on the ground, the way work gets done, the tools that are applied, and that to me brings you back to that idea of connecting people with tech. The reality is that people that are in the field doing their jobs today, they know the work that needs to be done, and they know the opportunities that are there to better tech enable and automate and improve processes. And so my suggestion to companies that are thinking about that transformation is make sure you're bringing your employees into that transformation. It's something that they should be helping you accomplish versus something that's happening to them. And I think employers and companies that look at transformation as an opportunity to bring their people as well as their organization along, in my experience, those are the organizations that are going to have more success along their transformation journey.
I could not agree more with the idea of bringing employees into the conversation and the planning for real success. Joe, thank you for taking the time to share your expertise and insights with our Bloomberg Technology Summit audience today.
That's my pleasure, Michelle.